Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impression gameplay video for Redstone, the Lunatic Story, a free-to-play 2D fantasy MMORPG published by KNL Logic. Now I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around checking the game out and make some comments. If you guys want to play Redstone or just learn more about it, check it out full review on the link below. Quick history though before I start. This game used to be published by Gamers First worldwide, but they shut the game down after it failed to attract a large enough audience. And LNK Logic, the game's Korean developer, actually picked up the service right away and is now publishing the game globally. Sorry for those guys that did play on Gamers First, because they do have to create new characters now. But it's not a big deal, so let's go ahead and get started here. Now we have a lot of playable classes here. Though this is a bit misleading over here. You see all the classes here? Squires are actually the same thing as warriors. They can switch between them at any time. So players can actually play two classes in the game. Magic archers can switch between magic lancers with the click of a button. Tamers and summoners can switch classes as well, and so on. Now we have four classes at the bottom: priest, magician, princess, and necromancer. And they can actually also switch between two classes, but for some reason their counterpart is not listed here. I have no idea why the developers did this. It actually doesn't make any sense. Priests can switch between priests and fallen angels. Magicians can become werewolves. Princesses can become little witches, and necromancers can become demons. So I don't know why you can see what squires can turn into and thieves can turn into, but you can't see what priests and magicians can turn into. And in fact, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe this is how they do things in Korea. They just kind of wing it. I don't know. But let's go ahead and click start over here. I'm gonna go with thief. I'm gonna go with monk this time. And you can see that they're the same character with just different positions. So I guess it makes some sense. Alright, don't want to be rushing or don't want to be standing still with my fist. I'm gonna go with monk. Let's name myself Remote and let's enter the game. Here we go. Now I do believe this game has some sort of tutorial. I did play this once a while ago when it was published by Gamers First. So here we are in the House of Learning. Right off the bat, I am not impressed by the graphics. In fact, they look pretty bad. And it looks funny when my character runs. His cape. Where's the wind? My cape is just kind of floating over there. But let's go and talk to the control help. What an interesting name. Your mother must have hated you, Mr. the Control Help. It's the Control Help too, not even Control Help. So we do have to answer these stupid questions over here, or maybe I have to listen. I don't know. 11111. I want to answer the question. So what is it? It's not Z. Is it X? Nope. And I'm gonna go with C. And I'm entering the key commands on my 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons over here. It makes it a little bit faster. So let's talk to the interface he. The interface he. How are we doing, man? His mother must have hated him even more. Continue listening. Continue listening. I want to answer the question. Is it 3? No. Is it F6? And it is. And I do recommend you guys actually read some of this when you first play, if you actually want to play this game, because the information you get over here is a little bit helpful. The combat helpy. I love how the name can't fit in there, so it gets cut off. Continue listening. CP. What is CP? What? Click 111. I'll go to the next room. Gotcha. And I think I can do my first quest now. The quest helper. Cool guy. What are titles? Oh man, I clicked 1 again by accident. I clicked 2. Come on, finally. Alright, here we are. And this is our first combat mission over here. I gotta kill a few of these house spiders over here. And I can do combat by left clicking on them with the mouse. Now, the whole game is played with the mouse via point and click style. You cannot move with the D-pad or WSAD. It's not a big deal for this game, although WSAD controls would always have been nice. I always like having the option to do both. So here we are killing some house spiders. And this game does not screw around. This house spider's killing me. I'm already halfway dead. Come on, I can take him. I got him. I got him. It'd be a shame if I died now. Alright, I got him. I'm good. Good to go. Do I have any potions? Bring my inventory screen here. Yep. We have a lot of young dragon claws and children candy SP. Alright. They look more like lollipops to me, but whatever. We do have to drag them out over here. For some reason, you can only put 2 at a time per stack in your hotkey bar over here. And that really doesn't make any sense to me. Why can't I put them all into one slot? It would just make it a lot easier. At least I think so. So let's kill another house spider and we'll move on. Combat is pretty easy right now. Though I remember when I first played this game, I played a mage. And playing a mage against these house spiders was pretty difficult. I would actually die against one of these one-on-one. So this game does not screw around. It's not easy. It's not a cakewalk. So you do have to carry a lot of these lollipops with you, and you gotta use them pretty heavily as a mage. So being a monk is a little bit easier. I think I completed the quest, but let's find out if whatever the quest was. Alright, killed all 3. Good deal. What were those spiders doing in that room anyway? Talk to Pharaon over here. And woohoo, I leveled up. You can see my skill meter over here. I get skill points when this fills up. And my XP meter over here. Both above my HP bar. Continue listening, continue listening, continue listening, and I'll be leaving now. So now I should be finished with the tutorial area. We are in High Brunsteig, the game's main capital. And from the game's environments, I can already tell the game's, at least the game's environments are pretty original. We got some sort of colonial era fantasy game here. And this guy's on a flying carpet, pretty interesting. I am not a fan of the graphics though, that's what I can point out right away. I want to hear you out. Oh my god, I don't want to talk to you. You have too much stuff to say for me. I'm going to find my way outside of town now to start killing stuff. Now, I didn't like the graphics, but it's not that I don't like 2D graphics. I actually really like 2D graphics, but I mean, if the graphics were a little bit more like Wonder King or Maple Story, and they were a little bit sleeker, I would have liked it. I just feel like the graphics here are a little bit jagged and not very fluid. I mean, they could have done it a lot better. The art could have been a lot nicer. But it just feels a little bit cheap. I mean, the game came out in 2007 originally on Gamers First portal, though I'm sure it was out in Korea well before that. But I expected a game that came out in 2007, at least here in North America, to be a little bit nicer. But then again, it's probably been out in Korea for like 20 years and they finally brought it over. Which is what they did with Digimon Battle, if I remember correctly. That game was out in Korea in like 2001, and it came out like 9 years later here in the United States. There's a post office over there, House of Fallen Nobles, and a Congress building. So again, we got a really cool setting in the game, a little bit unique. Where the game really does shine though, I kind of mentioned it in the beginning. I'll do it now real quick. Let me bring up my abilities menu. You know what, let's go across the bridge first and we'll talk about that afterwards. I did get 4 stat points for leveling up. We'll look into those in a second. I can't even go over here with that menu open. So we're moving to the field, guys. Moving to the field. East Platten Boulevard. East Bridge area. Bringing my ability screen. I like the game's music. It's not bad. We have 4 stat points for leveling up. I'm going to pump my power, which is basically strength, but we have a lot of different stats over here. Close this nonsense out and bring up our abilities over here. I want to show my skills in the game though. Now there's a lot of skills in this game. Wow, more so than most games. And you can actually level these skills up, so they're not just level 1. But as you want to improve them, it requires more and more skill points. See, if I want to get this to level 2, it requires 2 skill points. But let's put points in my thief skills now. I want to show you that. Throwing knives, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I still have 2 skill points left over. I'm going to waste those for now and not even look at them. I can close this out now. I can show my abilities. It shows I'm a monk, but if I click on this weapon exchange over here, well, bam, I'm a thief now. I'm a totally different class. I have access to new skills and new weapons in the game now. I can switch between them at any moment simply by clicking on this little button over here. I can switch between monk and thief at any time when my various stats change on them. And I think it's a really cool idea because you can kind of explore 2 different classes at once. And the only game that really does this, I believe, is Runes of Magic, where you can play 2 different classes. Though I believe the Runes of Magic game did the whole dual class system a little bit better, because you can kind of level them up individually. Here, as you level up, you gain skill points that you can distribute between either class. And it's pretty easy to screw up your character if you just start pumping your points in between both of them. What you want to do, at least I think so, I think it's a good idea, is focus on one class, get really powerful with it, and use your secondary classes almost as utility to support your main class. I mean, if you just start distributing things evenly without looking, it's a really fast way to screw up your character. And this big land spider is owning me. I've had to eat like 5 lollipops on this guy. He just ripped me apart. Again, this game does not screw around. I was just sitting there punching the guy with one hand and just chomping on my lollipops with the other hand. I still couldn't take the man down. That was a tough guy here. So let's go back outside town and try to get some revenge on that guy. Can I go this way? Let's go the left way out of town. Ooh. Fallen Palace site. I have a feeling though, that stuff is harder. Whoa, we got some weird classical background music now. It feels like it's like overlapping each other and it sounds really awkward. But let's go outside town this way. I bet you that I'm going to get rocked over here. I think the newbie area was the other direction. Now there are quests in the game. You can see it over their heads. Let's talk to Ariel. You got a quest for me? Nope. Father, don't come out just yet. Whoa. What's going on? Doesn't make sense. Is he the father? Woo, I'm dizzy. Not having been out for so long. Alright. So the dialogue in the game is not so good. And in fact the translations overall are pretty terrible. But you can see the quest with these sticky notes on their head. These yellow sticky notes. But you can't actually get the quest right away. Ooh, another player for a change. Yes, Muno. Probably not even an English speaker. But yeah. It just shows you where the quest locations are. Even though you can't get them sometimes. Ooh, I'm killing kobolds now instead of spiders. Let's eat some more lollipops as I fight these guys. It would have been nice for the game to only show you the skills and the quests that you could get at your level, but I don't think it does that. Ooh, treasure chest. Anything in here? Any goodies? I got 227 gold. Good stuff, good stuff. Again, though, there's a lot of better games out there. I feel like this could have been a great game if it had... I like the level cap. The level cap is like 200 plus, so there's a lot of content. Experience is pretty slow, so there's a lot of variety in that regard. But yeah, the graphics could have been a lot better. Combat and movement just feel a little bit buggy overall. If it was a more polished game, it would have been a lot more fun. Guys, I am running out of time. If you guys do want to play Redstone and just learn more about it, check it out full review on the link below. Later, guys.